across Africa. My background really is that at the age of 20, I was put in kindergarten in a foreign country and made to study with little kids. And that has really made me realize that we needed to do something about the education sector around the country. So fast forward, I became a university lecturer where I then studied how the education sector works. And after working for the university for about 6 years, I then went private to start my own company. And in the process, we then grew the company from being a very, very small company in one of the most rural places, northern part of Namibia. And now we are doing projects that are cutting across Southern Africa and looking at expanding our projects and our platforms across the continent.
Okay, tell us, what are the difficulties that you faced while you were building yourself and your company?
Right. One of the challenges really that most entrepreneurs are having, like myself, when I was starting, is that really they say you can't be profit in your own village. Having your own people believe in you is one of the greatest challenge. The lack of mentors and role models in the community is really tough. I had an opportunity to go to the US to study through the program called Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders. That has helped me to connect with different entrepreneurs and other young people who are doing amazing things across the continent, which now takes out the access to other people that are doing similar things, and then create that network, supportive network, and the resources that are needed to build a company. Finances are a crucial thing. There is very little funding to support innovative projects and startups. I think it's one thing that really the continent has to work on. Yes.
So tell us, we have Glow, we had Dom. What does it stand for?
The word Glowdom is from the word freedom. So we want to fight for economic freedom, to liberate ourselves from poverty. So that's where the name of Glowdom comes from. We are not looking at getting handouts. We decided to champion this by actually working for ourselves, using our hands, our minds, and our hearts to solve real problems in our community.
So tell us, how many youths are already following your project? With time, how has it gone for you? Have you employed youths? Are youths working with you? Is the empowerment really working?
Yes. So what we have done over the years is that we created a platform that connects schools, companies, and organizations. This was really to make sure that we contribute to the ecosystem, network, and marketplace. So we work with over 200 schools in the country, and we mentor teachers. We train them on digital literacy skills and upskilling. We have over 2,000 teachers who have gone through our programs. We are the National Coordinator for Africa Code Week, and work closely with the UNESCO and the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth, and Ministry of ICT to roll out these programs. And now we are in the process of scaling it into the universities where unemployed and graduates are starting to learn how to code for jobs. And the way we do it is really amazing, that we train the teachers, and the teachers will then train the learners, and then the learners will then participate in competitions to make sure that digital skills is not something special, but something that we do on a daily basis, similar to how people, how we've grown up playing soccer in the street and things like that.
So your implication today with the African Economic Leadership Council, how does it go?
To really liberate ourselves, through economic, initiatives, development initiatives, where we are cutting across different borders and all that, uniting and joining forces. So, having heard of this initiative, we decided to get in because it goes in line with digitizing, the concept of digitizing Africa, and making sure that we integrate technology in almost every sector. One thing that we've learned from COVID is that the future is digital, and we should really leverage technology if we are to improve our business processes, make them efficient as a continent, and make sure that we are able to deliver solutions that contributes to the global area as well.
Today, you are a young African, you are a leader, you are activist somehow for Africa to develop. The other youths are looking at you and they will say, how do I do to keep faith? How do I do to be like him? What is the advice you give to them?
The number one thing that I think we need as Africans is really to believe in ourselves. We really need to, I think the whole education sector that we have gone through, most of us and most of the different countries, is that the education system itself fails us in the sense that we have very low self-esteem, we don't believe in ourselves. And I think if we start from there, where we believe that we can really change our situations ourselves, we don't have to work for anyone. And start working together, that we don't need, we can partner with other people, the rest of the world and all that, but we can't really do much if we are only looking at partnering with others outside Africa and not working together among ourselves. So I believe that if we can find each other across the continent and really join other initiatives that are created and create more other initiatives that helps us to collaborate and work together, we can then build the Africa we want.
Okay, a last word?
My last words is really to make sure that we don't just talk. I think a lot has been talked already, but we should dream and act and plan and act on those ideas. If these ideas are not implemented, they stay with us and they die with us. And the next generation is going to ask us, really, what did we do in our time? What keeps me, up at night is really the question that says, at the end of my time, to really make sure that I have done what I'm supposed to do in this time, and I know that life continues without me, and I want to make sure that the world is better, is much